you're running a local service business, roofing, HVAC, etc., and you feel like your marketing is scattered, like you're spending money in a lot of places but nothing's really clicking together, this video is for you. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. I put out content like this regularly and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's get into it. I'm going to walk you through the exact marketing framework I use with clients and show you what it actually looks like when it's built the right way. Here's what I see over and over again with roofing companies specifically. They're already spending money, sometimes a lot of it, but they started with channels. They bought a TV spot, they're running Google ads, they've got a billboard, and none of it was built around a strategy. Each piece was bought separately, usually from a different rep with a different message. And when I asked them why a homeowner should call them over the competitor down the street, they can't answer it. That's the problem. And it's not a budget problem, it's a strategy problem, and it's fixable. So here's the framework I use. 3 layers, and the order matters a lot. Layer 1 is positioning. Who you are, who you serve, and why someone should pick you over every other roofer in your market. Layer 2 is what I call sales ready. Your website, your offer, your follow-up process, all of it has to be ready to receive traffic before you spend a dime on ads. And layer 3 is paid traffic, paid per click, and search, cable, and TV, with a creative framework built to actually make people do something. Here's the thing most companies get wrong. They skip straight to layer 3, and that's where the money gets wasted. Let's talk about positioning first, and I want you to think about this honestly. If a homeowner asked you right now why they should call you instead of the other roofer they just saw on TV, what would you say? If the answer is something like, we do quality work at a fair price, or we've been in business for 20 years, that's not positioning. That's something every roofer says. Positioning is one clear, specific, memorable reason that makes you the obvious choice. And it has to be the same message across every channel, TV, cable, search, everywhere. When you get that right, every dollar you spend on advertising starts working harder. Layer 2 is sales ready. And this is the one that trips people up the most because they assume it's just about having a website. It's not. It's 3 things working together. First, your website. It needs to be fast, mobile first, and have one job. Turn a visitor into a call or a form submission. Not educate them, not impress them. We want to motivate them to engage with you. Second, offer clarity. Free estimate is not an offer. Every roofer in your market offers that. You need a specific, compelling reason for someone to contact you today, not someday. And third, your follow-up process. This one's brutal. A lead comes in, someone calls back a day or 2 later, and the homeowner has already hired someone else. Speed to lead within 60 minutes is the standard. You need a system, not a hope. Once layers 1 and 2 are solid, now you can invest. And for local service businesses, there are several paid channels that can work. Pay-per-click and search, like Google and Bing, capture homeowners who are actively looking right now. They're high-intent consumers. They're in the market. You need to show up when they search. The key is knowing which search engines your specific customers actually use and making sure your budget and keyword strategy are dialed in, because self-managed campaigns can become a black hole. The second channel is video ads. These have a completely different job. Video ads reach homeowners before they know why they should pick you. They build name recognition over time. But, and this is really important, creative quality is everything here. And we'll talk about that on the next slide. This is where most roofing ads fall completely flat. The logo fills the screen. Someone says we've been serving the area since 1987. There's stock footage of shingles. Call us today for a free estimate. And the phone number flashes for a few seconds. They might recognize your name after seeing it enough times, but they won't remember why to call you. The ads that actually drive calls are built differently. They open with a strong emotional hook, something that speaks directly to what a homeowner is worried about. They deliver one clear, specific reason to choose you. and they're memorable enough that when the need finally hits, maybe 6 months from now when a storm comes through, your name is the one they think of. Better creative doesn't cost more media budget. It just requires actually thinking about the customer before you hit record. I want to come back to the sequence for a second because this is where I see the most expensive mistakes. The order is not optional. You do positioning first because every dollar you spend before your message is clear is working against you. Then you get sales ready because traffic without readiness is just expensive noise. Then you invest in paid traffic. Most roofing companies skip straight to layer 3 because that's what the media reps are selling them. And then they wonder why it's not working. Now you know why. Let me show you what this actually looks like in the real world. This is a composite of what I see from roofing companies all the time. Off peak, they're spending around $8,000 a month, which means SEO and blog writing, maybe a sports sponsorship, a TV sponsorship, a billboard, Google pay-per-click they're managing themselves, and organic social they're posting to but not targeting. That's over $100,000 a year. Peak season, they bump TV, ad radio, increase their Google spend, and now they're over $10,000 a month. A 6-figure advertising budget and no strategy organizing or optimizing any of it. Here's the problem with each of those channels in isolation. The TV sponsorship is a logo and a tagline. No emotional hook, no offer, no reason to act. The sports sponsorship puts their name on a scoreboard. The reach is real, but memory of why to call is 0. The billboard is a phone number at 60 miles an hour. Radio is running peak season with the same generic message as every other roofer on the air. And Google pay-per-click is often the right channel, but with no strategy behind it, it's the wrong execution. And the social media isn't targeted to homeowners at all. This isn't a budget problem, it's a message problem. Every single one of these channels could work with the right strategy behind it. So how do we fix it? We don't hand you a template. We start by analyzing your current investment and sales data. Where is the money going? What's actually connected to revenue? What's running on autopilot that nobody's questioned in 2 years? Then we research your local competitive landscape. Who else is advertising? What channels are they using? Where are the gaps and opportunities? Then we determine the right paid channels for your specific company in your specific market. Maybe it is Google only. Maybe it's Google plus cable TV. We follow the data, not assumptions. And then we build a custom strategy around what we find. The right plan for a roofing company in Huntsville looks different from one in St. Louis. Strategy is local. If this resonated with you, or if you recognized your own marketing in any of these examples, I'd encourage you to visit secretweaponmediaagency.com. We've got more resources there for business owners who want to get smarter about their marketing before making their next move. And hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And I'll see you in the next video.